Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Valdina Andiara Heriadi, and in today's video, I'm going to explain about the linguist role in language planning and what exactly the linguist role in language planning is. So, a linguist's role in language planning typically involves researching the linguistic structure and the usage of a particular language, providing guidance on issues related to language policy, and helping to create standards for language use. Linguists may also help to develop educational programs and materials for language learning, as well as provide information on the cultural and social context of language use. Linguists may also be involved in language documentation, which involves collecting data on languages that are at risk of extinction in order to preserve them for future generations. There are four roles of linguists in language planning. First is to expertise in linguistic structure and usage. Linguists have the knowledge and expertise to provide guidance on issues related to language policy and to create standards for language use. 2. Provision of educational resources. Linguists can help to develop educational programs and materials for language learning. 3. Cultural and social understanding. A linguist can provide information on the cultural and social context of language used. And the fourth one is documentation of threatened language. Linguists can also play a key role in documenting languages that are at risk of extinction. This standardization can help to promote consistency and clarity in language use, particularly in formal or official settings. Additionally, standardization can help to preserve the integrity and identity of a language, as it can prevent the language from becoming fragmented or losing its unique characteristic and features over time. This can be done through the creation of written and spoken records as well as archives and database which can serve as repository of information and researches for future generation. Additionally, linguists may also be involved in developing strategies to preserve and promote the use of endangered languages, as well as working with communities to develop language rehabilitation programs to ensure the survival of this language. Some examples of the role of standardization in language planning include: first, spelling and grammar rules; two, in terminology; three, writing systems; and four, codes and classifications. Language documentation and preservation. Language documentation and preservation is an important aspect of a linguist's role in language planning, as it involves collecting and maintaining information on languages that are at risk of extinction. Some examples of language documentation and preservation initiatives include the archiving of documentation of indigenous language in South and Southeast Asia project, which aimed to document and preserve the indigenous language of South and Southeast Asia. Sociolinguistic research. Linguists study how languages are used in society and how they affect identity and culture. Sociolinguistic research is another aspect of linguists' role in language planning. This involves studying the social context of a language use, including factors such as dialect, accent, and social identity. Sociolinguistic research can be used to understand how language is used in different social groups, including those related to age, gender, ethnicity, and socioeconomic status. The findings of sociolinguistic research can be used to inform decisions about language policy and to create more inclusive and fair policies that to make consideration and diverse linguistic needs of different communities. Some examples of public awareness and advocacy efforts led by linguists include: first is organizing language festivals and events. Linguists can organize language festivals and other events that focus on language diversity, where different languages are promoted and celebrated. Second is to write articles about op-eds. Linguists can write articles about op-ed pieces to raise awareness about language diversity and the need to preserve and promote endangered language. And the last one is participating in media interviews. Linguists can participate in interviews and discussion with media outlets, sharing their knowledge and expertise of language-related issues. So, in conclusion, the role of a linguist in language planning is multifaceted and important. They can provide expertise on issues related of language use, structure, usage, and cultural and social context, and also help to develop educational programs and materials for language learning. They also assist in standardizing language use through the development of spelling grammars and vocabulary norms, as well as the creation of writing system and codes and classifications. Additionally, linguists may be involved in language documentation and preservation efforts to ensure the survival of endangered language, as well as curriculum development to provide language-related instruction to students. I think that's enough the explanation about the linguist's role in language planning from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and thank you.